This village of Umru is located in the beautiful hills of Meghalaya. It sits along the border of Assam under Block 2. The main inhabitants of this area are Khasis and Jaintias who make a living by farming. This place was brought under the Karbi Anglong district after the declaration of Meghalaya as a hill state. For many years, this area has been the bone of contention between Assam and Meghalaya, who lay claim to it with equal fervor. For some time now, the village has been playing host to the Amur falcon, a small raptor of the falcon family that breeds in Siberia and northern China and migrates to winter in southern Africa. On the way to their winter hideout, they make a stop in India for a few days. This migration happens in large number, and the sheer size of the flock makes it a great spectacle to observe. According to experts, it is something every wildlife enthusiast must witness at least once in their lifetime. We are in for a treat as these handsome birds decide to make their stops, particularly in Nagaland and parts of Manipur, Assam and Meghalaya, before taking off for the most arduous part of the migration, that is flying over the Arabian Sea to finally winter in South Africa.
Oh, this is your first time here? For me, it was your first time. Just I have completed 3 months in my range. Yeah. There is some ground also. Yeah. Just watch. Some first time. It's great. Where is your place? Here. Habang. Habang. How far is Habang from here? It will take around 1 hour drive to Habang. So from Russia?
From Russia, and this is actually northeast. They halt for like one month or like max 2 months.
Yeah.
So this is the halting period where they boost up the energy.
And then fly all the way
Fly
to South
all
Africa.
the way to South Africa, total of 22,000 kilometers. So they are really like we are nothing, no? We humans.
They use the jet stream.
They
flying.
use sometimes jet stream, then cyclone. If cyclone is there, they will try to do the tailwinds. So they have the techniques like that.
And I think they fly to information so they can go with the flow.
That mostly that is about this. Otherwise, the planes used to do that V shape, so that
V-shape
like
formation. When you came yesterday, check them out.
yesterday, because like last time when we came 2 weeks before, evenings is quite difficult because of lighting. No? They used to come around 4 o'clock. By that time, it's quite dark.
Quite dark.
So we can't. Yesterday morning we could really just awesome. It's so much.
It is rather unfortunate that the same village that offers a temporary home for such beautiful birds can become a literal hell for its inhabitants who leave home for their fields, not knowing if they will still have a home to return to at the end of the day. And this is not something that happens once in a while. It happens every day. Inhabitants would often return from their fields to find either their houses ransacked or sometimes completely demolished. With nowhere else to go, they set up makeshift shelters with whatever they can find and leave for their fields the next morning, only to find these shelters taken apart and whatever property they have left stolen or scattered about. While the scheme sanctioned by the Meghalaya government does provide them some sort of livelihood or assistance, the inhabitants are left pretty much to fend for themselves.
Kiwan ri sulit lendet sulit kongkom mamar mangi mesti letrai te min wan kajing mereka no minta pada jenis nutan andang la boy hari jenis bat la kata gila wan nila report jaga so kam kerja mereka kerja jenis kimla wan le jadi tentang kita
Terus ni bang siap perang elektrik kun tidurit ni dalam lang selum namar beni aying ungkon pej ungkon mi dalam lang elektrik te kuma ni por ni on pai te ngai i na te ti ni cerong mau wan ti cerong spo i gaying kumba kala pat mau hi teman nasi teman pej teman gaying gapat na tip kalong kumno na isu keren na cuy dalam poecan kalau siap macam kembang au kalau perasa gayung samba iyam isu si hijau mah kata keportang gajah sur minyak bambat imedi isu perkat isu si ala iyeng kerap
Baik bu. Iya. Leh. Ini ki blok jumpi bila perempat.
tang besar
Oh. Ki lihat di lengkah perempat jumpi.
daki lengka daki ternam
Oh.
daki tin dan daki narko
Benar puru. Dia kata kapal pidang dan sport kelah. Berapa bayi teman. Dan rap stay. Ki khon pat. Tak kapal caklah. Tak kada apa pimia dan hayeng ki wan kata kapal. Pen pra.
don hayeng dat hai tip nong la ben sau na tip
Oh.
la belong balong
Balong.
ya bro le king kisle dat hai kat hayeng gila ya bam
Ah.
na entah
Dekat nu ke jenglot jumpi kata ke yang berapa piok.
apa kata si la ko
Ano?
le to
Silak lai pau ke skim piok. Kerja ke senam you kata?
aslam Namiam tu ngala
Zu benar you.
na ngala la beling tu la klet
Ada portlang dia perliur.
ti
Perliur. Dan rap jingrap tu
kar
perliur. Kilap ke bawah pa si ye.
Masuk kumba por beli rasa na di sana.
Ni bahasa nu kamut. Arja pramo arja kata. Tang hayeng jumpi bahasa perempuan kata. Kata ke community hall pa siya bahasa perempuan. Ane. Kadai belak dibsna kilap perempuan.
Tang syuting tang paya
Perempuan nak ikipaya. Pak dibsna kan? Ketar bayo skim nak serkar bahasa community hall. Jangka serkar nak lihat. Baik, kita belak baik bu. Ini ngah. Leh. Ini ki blok jumpi bila perempat.
tang besar
Oh. Ki lihat di lengkah perempuan jumpi.
daki lengka daki ternam
Oh.
daki tin dan daki narko
Benar puru. Dia kata kapal pidang dan sport kelah. Berapa bayi teman. Dan rap stay. Ki khon pat. Tak kapal caklah. Tak kada apa pimia dan hayeng ki wan kata kapal. Pen pra.
don hayeng dat hai tip nong la ben sau na tip
Oh.
la belong balong
Balong.
ya bro le king kisle dat hai kat hayeng gila ya bam
Ah.
na entah
Dekat nu ke jenglot jumpi kata ke yang berapa piok.
apa kata si la ko
Ano?
le to
Silak lai pau ke skim piok. Kerja ke senam you kata?
aslam Namiam tu ngala
Zu benar you.
na ngala la beling tu la klet
Ada portlang dia perliur.
ti
Perliur. Dan rap jingrap tu
kar
perliur. Kilap ke bawah pa si ye.
masuk kumba por beli rasa na di sana
Ni bahasa nu kamut. Arja pramo arja kata. Tang hayeng jumpi bahasa perempuan kata. Kata ke community hall pa siya bahasa perempuan. Ane. Kadai belak dibsna kilap perempuan.
tang syuting tang paya
Perempuan nak ikipaya. Pak dibsna kan? Ketar bayo skim nak serkar bahasa community hall. Jangka serkar nak lihat.
Hakan ni yung ngapu pulut sing chung setiap na kembala tam seki arlak sing ngala dailut benda nang tanggung ini tengha ini macam sa dari long lain ai kecil pulut ka nganmut pulut ka hadin la pulut na lacong nganmut om dalam si kita kepisah ba apa sih na blok anh yo ben bu dan ya tit kum ki khao kum ki ai ben yo ai ba mi khun bri katar kam long ai asu jot na rang sir ro om don ju tang ta asu.
To make matters worse, an Assam police base camp set up in the area can be seen, while nothing at all has been done by the Meghalaya government to address the problems faced by the people here. The team of Hills Farmers Association, under the leadership of Sri Alphonse Carsentil and the advisor of the association, Dr. Bremley W.B. Lingdong, witnessed with their own eyes the deplorable living conditions of the inhabitants of Umru. The members of the team took the initiative to extend to the inhabitants all the help and resources that they could muster to alleviate their suffering. The inhabitants were given the opportunity to join the Hills Farmers Association and start up with a solemn vow to dedicate themselves for the welfare of the inhabitants and to be full-fledged members of the Hills Farmers Association. Such assistance can only do so much. What the people here really need is a long-lasting solution that will help them live a more secure and stable lives.
Non-stop.